There's been a discussion around term limits here in Justin. Do you think Justin should consider term changes to the mayoral term limit?
Yes and no.
Why or why
Um,
not?
so recently, at the most recent election, I believe it was the May municipal election, there was proposed changes for the city charter to decrease the number of years for city council, or excuse me, decrease the number of terms from 4 to 3, but increase the length of term from 2 to 3. One of those propositions passed, one of them did not. So now we each have 3 2-year terms, um, which has cut 2 years away from me. Instead of adding a ninth year, it took me down to 6 years instead of potentially 9. Um, when you have a good thing going, why change it? That's why I don't want to see term limits. But at the same time, if you have a bad mayor or a bad council member or a bad council in general, you really do need those term limits. Scooter Garish, the mayor in Roanoke, I think he's been the mayor for 25 plus years. I think he's doing a phenomenal job over there. It's going to be hard for somebody to beat him. I've never looked at their elections to see if he's ever had any kind of real challenge or not. But you know, when you have a good thing going, why change it, right? And I think that currently we have some really, really good things going. We have some things that we do need to improve upon. We all know that nobody's perfect. Um, I like a continuance in government because it takes, like I said, 5 to 10 years to see what we do today happen. It's 5 to 10 years. So I'll be long gone before a lot of the things that we've decided in the past 2 years even come to fruition.
Would
So
that so you kind of went on both sides of that. So, but would you so you would be in favor of kind of removing some of those or extending the limits that
I would
maybe a
be in
mayor or a
favor of
city council?
extending the term limit, not necessarily extending the term limit, extending the term. The mayor is currently capped at 3 3 years terms, so that's 9 years. City council is obviously at 3 2-year terms, so that's 6 years. So you don't have a continuous 9 years where 60, 70, 80% of your council and mayor are the same people. Um, if they happen to get reelected, that means they're doing a great job and they're going to get reelected every year. If you have the same incumbents get reelected year over year over year, that means you're doing something really well. We want to keep that going. Maybe we push for 12 years for mayor, we push for 10 or 12 years for city council, just so we can see that continuance in governance. But when you look at term limits on a national level, you have some senators that have been there for 40, 50, 60 years. Most of them are probably drawing Social Security and a $300,000 paycheck from the federal government, and they're in a nursing home. We don't need that in Justin. Justin is a young, old town, if that makes sense. Every day we have 100, roughly 100 people move to Denton County, and I'm going to say probably 20% of those move to Justin. And it's the younger population that's moving to Justin. So let's keep it a little continuous as much as we can.
With residents increasingly asking for transparency, what specific changes would you support to ensure that community stays informed?
I'm going to say 2 years ago versus today, the city communications has greatly improved. We do have a new communications director, Amy Borders. She's been in her position for about 6 or 9 months now, 6 9 months roughly. I think she's doing a phenomenal job. We have now, I believe, a monthly newsletter that comes out. Um, Obviously, as elected officials, we have a lot more information that we just can't share. But um, I try to post as much as I can legally on my social media page, my councilman page. I keep everything politic wise off of my personal page and keep it all on my council page, because my personal page is for my friends, it's for my family that are in the off-road racing world, and old high school buddies. They don't care about Justin, Texas. I don't have but maybe 100 or so friends that I'm friends with on Facebook, um, that follow me, here locally. But more follow my social media page, and I share it to all of our groups. So we just need to do better, as all of us as council, uh, elected officials, and staff, sharing it to our local groups. Because I may post something, the mayor may post something, Councilman Dennis may post something, and we could literally post the same thing on the same groups, and you would see it from one of us, not from all three of us. And that's just the way the algorithm works of social media. I do think in that most recent situation, I don't want to call out a specific neighborhood because things happen, right? I think the city could have done a better job at the mailers that were sent out. But then again, I don't want to put all of the blame on the city because we know how lovely our post office is. Just 2 days ago, I received a piece of mail in my mailbox for Sanger, Texas. Not the same house number, not the same street name. Sanger, Texas. I took it straight back to the post office. So, did the city mail it out to everybody? Did they miss an address? Possibly. I know there's one lady that did not receive a piece of mail, but I'm not sure if she has a mailbox at that location anymore. I need to speak with her more about that. But we just need to continue to put the information out there because not everybody follows the City of Justin official Facebook page. Not everybody follows the Justin, Texas Friends and Neighbors. Not everybody is a member of the Justin, Texas All Things Welcome or the 76247. There's 14 different groups in Justin for on Facebook, and not everybody follows them. I find probably a new one every 3 months that I'm not aware of that pops up. I'm like, hey, cool, let me go join that group. It just seems like if somebody's not happy with the way a group's going, that they create their own group. Well, it's kind of hard to get the information to everybody if they're not on every group.